Hello everyone. The purpose behind this video is to guide you if you're a new student who has just taken sociology. If we have a look at the syllabus, the first topic that we come across over here is the process of learning and socialization, the first subtopic. Now, this particular subtopic that the syllabus refers to as 1.1, as we see, is divided into three different parts. Let's just call this 1.1a, the second one as 1.1b, and the third one as 1.1c. Just pick up another color so that it's so this is A 1.1a, this is 1.1b, and this is 1.1c. I'm dividing this into different parts so that you know what to do and how to do it. The first subtopic over here again is culture, roles, norms, values, beliefs, customs, ideology, and status as elements in the social construction of reality. This is where I would want you to take a start from. Now, what is this about? This is about elements that help us construct social reality. Now, what does it mean when we talk about elements that help us construct social reality? As a sociology student, you should know that the reality that we come across is not something fixed, it's not something concrete. I'll explain you what I mean when I say all of this. Reality as you see, reality as I see, might be different from the reality someone in any Western country might see. The reality of what is happening in Palestine today is different if we compare, is different from us compared to, let's just say, Americans, right? Now, as we speak about reality, or as we talk about this line that says elements in the social construction of reality, we're actually referring to different building blocks. We're referring to different building blocks, so we're referring to different factors that shape how individuals and groups, not only individuals, how different groups, different social groups, they perceive things, how they understand things, and how they interpret the world around them, right? There are different social issues, from religion to culture to customs to, for the matter of fact, political predisposition too. Now, whoever you think, I mean, we just had elections in the United States. There was some who supported Trump, others did not. So their reality was different, right? Now, the idea over here is that when we talk about, or when we, or as we use this word reality isn't referring to anything that is fixed or concrete. Instead, this idea of reality in itself changes from people to, from person to person, changes from different social groups, changes from different social groups. I mean, one social group would perceive reality in one way and the other would perceive it in another. This highlights the idea that reality is not fixed, that it is not purely objective, but it is created and maintained through different shared social processes. There are various elements that help us construct this reality. Now, as we speak about these different elements over here, now see, I just have the syllabus in front of me, right? I'm just keeping the syllabus in front of me, syllabus that has been published by Cambridge, right? Now, as we speak about elements in the social construction of reality, there are different elements that the examiner, that the Cambridge wants us to have an understanding of. If I start numbering them, the first one over here is culture, the second one being roles, the third one being norms, the fourth one being values, the fifth one being beliefs, the sixth one being customs, the seventh one being ideology, the eighth one is power, and the ninth one is status. Now, how is it that these factors or these elements help us construct what social reality actually is? I want to give you all a quick little idea on all of them while just sticking to the syllabus only, and then I'll tell you how to actually prepare them. I'm trying to keep this a little short, a little meaningful, so that so that you have an understanding of what needs to be done and how. Now, if I speak about culture here, what is culture? Culture refers to shared beliefs. Culture refers to practices. Culture refers to behavior. Culture refers to material objects. Now, your beliefs, your practices, your behaviors, different material objects, they define a particular society. They provide a framework. They provide a framework of how people understand and interact with the world. They shape your perception, they shape your actions. If someone asks me what is culture, the most basic answer to that is your culture is your way of life. Your culture, the word culture in itself is an umbrella term. Your language, your cuisine, your music, your culture, the term culture in itself holds all of these. Likewise, if I move on and if I talk about this term, if I talk about this term roles over here, as we speak about roles, these roles now, what are roles? The idea when I talk about roles now, I right now I'm playing the role of a teacher, you're playing the role of a student over here. There are certain expectations that a society has from a teacher, and there are certain expectations that the society has from a student, right? So I'm playing the role of a teacher right now, you playing the role of a student right now. The question is this fixed? Is this concrete? Or is there any flexibility? Now you'd have an answer to this yourself. I could be a strict teacher or otherwise. You could be a studious student or otherwise, right? Moving on, if I talk about norms, norms are social rules. Norms are social rules. They're expectations that guide behavior in specific situations. Now, there are certain formal norms that we refer to as laws as well, and there are certain informal, which we refer to as customs as well too. Now, these norms, they help us maintain order and predictability within a society. I'd like to give you examples on all of these. I'm just trying to give you a quick little idea on what they are. Next, if I speak about values, values are deeply held beliefs about what is right, what is good, what is desirable, and otherwise. What is beliefs? Beliefs are ideas or assumptions that individuals or groups hold to be true, right? Any idea, any assumption that you hold to be true would be referred to as a belief. What are customs? Here, customs are traditions, practices, or behaviors regularly observed in specific cultural or social contexts. Your customs reflect societal norms and values and are often passed on through generations. We know there are certain customs that have been there that we're following, that our parents followed, and so did our grandparents. Likewise, if we move on, if we talk about ideology, ideology is a system of ideas and beliefs that justify and maintain particular social arrangements. What is power over here? Power is the ability to influence or control the behavior of others. What is status over here? Status refers to a person's position within a social hierarchy. Within a social hierarchy, what is the position that you hold? Now, just in case you feel a little overwhelmed, this is going to make things simpler for you. Have a look at this. This document, you could let me know and I'll just share this with you. This explains you, this helps you define what culture is. This would provide you an explanation of what culture is, and there are two examples. Why is it that I have put up two examples over here? Because in your CIs, the first question, the 4-mark question that you get, there's a possibility that you might end up getting a 4-mark question that says describe culture as an element in the social construction of reality through examples. Because it's a 4-mark exam, 4-mark question. I mean, it could be describe two examples. Let's make it like this: describe two examples that help us understand culture as an element of the social construction of reality. So simple, this is a basic definition for you. This would help you understand culture better. There are two examples, just use them. Number two, we had spoken about roles. If you need this document, let me know. I'll just send it to you. The third element that we have over here is norms. I'm not explaining all of this to you because this is super simple. Even if you're reading it, if you're just pausing this video over here and reading this, it would make do. The fourth one was values, if you remember. The fifth one was beliefs. The sixth we had over here was customs. The seventh one was ideology. And the eighth one was power. The ninth being status. So you could just pause this here, read through this. You want this document, let me know and I'll just share this with you. So we just dealt with this first part. Let me put it up over here in a box. If So we just dealt with 1.1a. Now, after this, you'd have to move on to 1.1b, that is the importance of socialization in influencing human behavior, including the nature versus nurture debate. I'll keep that for another lesson. Thank you.